Hey everyone. First and foremost, thank you to the Iron Dukes for making this such a special night as always. As Alyssa said, my name is Schuyler DeBree. I'm a senior on the women's soccer team. More accurately, I was a senior on the Duke women's soccer team, but I'm still in denial. As many of you probably know, our season ended one game short of a national championship this year. Although yes, that left us all in an empty state of denial. Most of my denial is centered not around losing in a Final Four, but around losing my family and my home for the past 4 years. I'm being dramatic, of course. I will never lose the family I created here, and Duke will always feel like home, but things are going to change. I'm not usually a fan of change. My friends make fun of me for being a risk-averse person. I definitely am. My teammates can attest to my excessive mug collection and obsession with tea, both of which began with my mom and have grown because of the simple fact that tea in my favorite mug makes me feel instantaneously more content and comfortable. Despite my risk aversion, this summer I found myself on a plane to Kenya for 2 weeks, planning to do research there, completely alone. It was my first time in Africa, and I had no liaison to meet at the Nairobi airport, just a timeline and a list of contacts that I'd created myself. My advisor in the Nicholas School of the Environment, Jay Golden, is the leading authority on sustainable agriculture. In the context of my tea obsession, studying Kenya's sustainable tea industry as an honors thesis topic made perfect sense. Jay promised to find me funding for on-the-ground research, and it felt like everything fell into place until suddenly I was on this plane to Kenya. It didn't hit me that everything had come together until we had finished ascending out of RDU. I started crying from sheer happiness and gratitude. Of course, there's a little bit of uncertainty mixed in. Remember, I love tea for its comfort, but at the moment, it was pulling me quite far from my comfort zone. The thought repeating in my head was, who let me do this? Who in their right minds thought this was a good idea? The answer apparently was everyone. Not one person, when I told them my plans, hesitated. The only response I got was, that's incredible, how can I help? The Duke community, my professors, administrators, coaches, they all seemed to believe in me even more than I believed in myself. I spent 2 of the most fascinating, challenging, and influential weeks of my life in Kenya, all of which was facilitated and funded by Duke University. I would not have the opportunity to make the most of Duke's resources without soccer and the Iron Duke Scholarship that allows me to be here. The other thing that I would not have are my best friends. My team, and specifically my class, are composed of some of the most spectacular humans I've ever met. And for the past 3.5 years, I've had a 3-hour block, 5 to 6 days a week, when they have to hang out with me. Our freshman year, we didn't make it to the NCAA tournament. Our sophomore year, we were 3 seed in the tournament, but found ourselves in a national championship by December. I didn't play in that championship because of a torn ACL and meniscus, but thanks to the exceptional treatment of Duke's medical staff, I came back to start every game of my junior season. That year, we made it to the Elite 8 before losing to West Virginia. And then there was our final year together. We went back to West Virginia's home field and beat them 4-0. We were undefeated in the ACC regular season and crushed school records with 19 consecutive wins, 23 total wins, and 18 shutouts. As a center back, I'm especially proud of those shutouts and the fact that 5 of them came during the NCAA tournament, meaning we did not have a single goal against during our run. And the most important part to me was that we had fun doing it. After losing to UCLA in penalty kicks in the Final Four, my class laid together on the grass in the Orlando Pride Stadium. EJ had her head on Ashton's stomach, and Quinny had her arm around Abby. I was trying to process the fact that my purpose I had set a year prior of leading Duke women's soccer to a national championship had just been stripped from my reality. We were crying, but we were also smiling and laughing. We knew that we had every right to be proud of ourselves. Excuse me, sorry. The desire to lay next to each other was so telling to me. I have this feeling that when I'm with my people, my class, my teammates, everything is all right, even when it is not. Thank you for providing me with this 4-year experience. I say experience because it includes every part. The soccer, academics, wins, losses, ACL tears, traveling to Kenya alone and sitting on the field after losing in the Final Four, crying and laughing with my second family that I will have for a lifetime. All of it. This experience has taught me to be comfortable while I'm uncomfortable. It has taught me that being whole all by yourself is one of the most powerful gifts, but the people you surround yourself with are the greatest gifts. I was a Duke women's soccer player. I will always be proud of saying that and of what we accomplished here. I am in denial that it's over, but this experience has also taught me that everything changes, and the important question is whether or not you made the most of every moment and whether you smiled along the way. I can say that I have, and I can say that Duke prepared me for my next chapter. So for me and all of my peers in this room, thank you so much for providing us with the unequaled experience of being a Duke student athlete.